it's Amanda here from DMG, and today we're going to be looking at the Tomb Raider guides. These are the Trilogy produced by Prima Games. Now we're going to take one at a time in the video, so I'm going to do one video on each guide. And although I said they are Prima guides, technically this first one is by Brady Games. However, Brady and Prima are both owned by Penguin Books, and back in 2015 Brady and Prima both merged together and became Prima Games. So this is, although this one is technically published under Brady, it still is really now a Prima guide, so you may find it listed as either if you look for it. These are all old books now, but I did notice when looking for this myself that it was listed as either, so just to clear up that confusion. So let's get on and look at these books one by one. Okay, so this is the last one in the trilogy. This is the Shadow of the Tomb Raider, and this doesn't have anything on the front with regard to writing, but it has got that classic image that really says to me Shadow of the Tomb Raider. It's just a real classic image for that. What I will say is I'm not so keen on the cover on this book. It's the other books were like a shiny cover. This one's a sort of matte and it's got like a texture to it, and personally I just don't care for that sort of texture, but it's still a good quality hardback book. In fact, that hurt my knuckles. It starts off with a great image at the front, this beautiful silhouette, and it's got all the signatures, I guess, of the developers, etc. on there, which is kind of cool. And then we go into the book itself, which is got the coated paper, so it's still the same quality as the other one. We start off with the foreword, and just by the gameplay director, which is kind of nice, and this beautiful image, and not such a nice image in my opinion. It looks revolting, but here is our index. So we're starting off with the journey, so this is our let's play, and this is telling us all the different chapters that are within that let's play. And then post game, then our skills, inventory, trophies, credits, fan art, and Tomb Raider Inferno, whatever that is. So then we've got becoming the Tomb Raider, and then we start off with the actual journey. Okay, so then we've got choosing a difficulty and explaining about all of that, and it goes into the different modes here, and the combat, exploration and puzzles. So it goes into detail of what exactly you get for each difficulty and I guess the differences, so that's kind of helpful. So then we've got the prologue, which is like actually the first section of the game. It's not prologue of the book. Again, lovely piece of artwork here. It's got the map, and it's got this kind of cute thing going on where it's got sort of like handwritten parts in the book. I'll show you the next section as well, because I don't think that will be a problem, because there's not a lot to show you on this one. It's just got begin and temple, and then it's just marking the map, so not hugely telling us very much. But I think you can just see there you've got like base camp, challenge tomb, mission giver, challenge, treasure chest, crypt, relic, document, mural, survival cache, and monolith. So these are the things that you could be looking for. In this particular section of the map, you're not looking for any of them because there isn't any. And then it's saying, you know, a chapter is giving some information about this section and just a little image as well, so that's kind of cool. Okay, so turning the page, I'm not really giving anything much away by showing you this next section, but it will help because there wasn't really anything on that previous section that really showed you how this is going to be laid out. So obviously, as before, we've got the artwork here, then we've got the map, so you can see on here all the little icons which relate to these things here. So for example, there's a star and there's a star there, so it's telling you that there's a challenge there, or there is a relic. You can see that's the icon for a relic. And then also on here is the numbers, and that relates to those there. So it says start, then number 2 is enter dig site, for example, and then that's sort of just starting off, and then it says enter dig site, so that's section 2, and it just then starts running through that. And I quite like the way it's set out with this kind of like little bits of paper, almost handwritten, and then sort of little handwritten notes. It's a bit of a different look to it, which is quite sort of just a bit different. I quite like that, and it just gives a little bit more detail here, how to traverse a particular area, you know, etc. So that's kind of cool. I'm not getting too close to that. So you've got quite a lot on each bit, and it tells you where to find, as I said, the different relics, the different bits that you're looking for. So rather than having them in a different section, it's putting it all in this section, I think. Okay, so the walkthrough bit, and obviously collectibles, etc., is all of that, so very big amount. You've got lots of nice artwork, etc., as well, as you saw, so there's lots going on in that. Then we've got post-game, so basically what you can do after the main game has finished. Then you've got New Game Plus, so it just talks about that, and there's like a little section by the senior game director about New Game Plus. And then we go on to the skills tree, which is set out a little bit different. As you can see here, it's a little bit different. I think it's essentially the same 3 things, but in a different way, just a little bit more variety than before. So it's just going into all of those and what each skill tree covers. So for example, it just says here, say Eagle's Sight. It just says what it costs, available by default in this case, and what it reveals or what it achieves depending on the specific thing. So that's quite handy to have the different skills. And then we've got the different sections, so that's the other, because if you look here, we've got a blue, green, red section. So then we've got the same in here, obviously. Again, just more really cool artwork. And then it talks about recommended skills. So if you wanted to say go stealth, what you would do if you wanted to go a different type of character, then what skills would be recommended to start off with, which is kind of cool. So that's quite helpful. Again, some more information here by the game director, I should say. Then we have inventory. Again, another great picture. And it just goes through like your weapons. So again, let's take a look at the bow. We always know she's going to have a bow. So it's just looking at the information about the bow, a picture of it, and then sort of upgrades, etc., and what that achieves you. And that goes through for all the different weapons. And then we've got gear. So for example, here we've got rope. So it just explains again how you get it and what it's used for. So again, same for all the different things in weapons. Then we've got outfits. So this is what she starts off with, I believe. And it just explains about the outfits and what it achieves again, so it's and its benefits. So different outfits might have different benefits, and it just goes through that for you. So that's quite handy. Again, I don't want to show you them because that's part of the fun, isn't it? It's finding out these things. Then we've got our achievements and what do they call it? Trophies. And so you've just got all the different ones there. You've got story progression ones, side activities, etc. So again, all the different ones there. And then I believe that is the end. We've just got then a whole list of credits, etc. Then we've got some fan art, which again I'll leave that for you guys to look at your leisure. I don't want to spoil it. Obviously you just can see that one. Then we've just got a little bit of information about different books, etc. that are available, and then about the publishers and some more signatures and the end of the book. So that is it. So that is the third book in the trilogy. I hope you have enjoyed taking a look at this one with me, and I hope that you have had a chance to take a look at the others as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again soon. Bye for now. Bye.